All right, we're back with another high performance build here on Offsite Dirt. My name is Mark Wille. I'm joined with Shaun St-Amour, Joe Konopacki, and where are we today? We're somewhere in Houston. It's the suburbs of Houston, and we're joined by Sy. Let's go around the horn real quick to Shaun and Joe, and then we'll go over to you, Sy.
All right. Hey, I'm Shaun St-Amour. Really excited to be here because I happened to be at this facility, this lovely house, a few weeks ago where the air barrier was still in the process of being wrapped up here. So we're going to get insights of where they were at this morning and where they're at now. Joe, over to you.
Joe with Insight Property Services. We test homes like this, so it's great to hear. Sy gave us a little snippet of where they started and where they ended. So it's exciting to hear a little bit more about the process, but always good to see somebody measuring their level of performance in the homes they build. Sy, tell us more.
How's it going? Yeah, we're here walking around the Konabatch Passive House. This house was on the Phiuscon tour. We finished the air barrier of the house and just did a pre-blow test and blower door test, and it came in at 1.18 ACH 50, which was, I'd say, pretty impressive for this chopped up suburbanite home, and one that we adopted a plan on, but we got it down with the air seal to 0.44.
Woo! That is impressive.
Button tight.
Yeah.
And maybe we just quickly, Sy, explain, your air barrier strategy, because it's all exterior. And again, you had to wrap around the whole eaves and soffit to tie into the roof. Like it's impressive what you guys did there.
Yeah, it is. So this is well, we definitely have great windows and doors. So this is a front door, 8 foot wide, 4 foot wide, 8 foot tall. I don't know if you all can see this very well, but let's see if I can get some light on it. Out here in the front porch, this is a Vapor Shield's product. It's panel shield. So we offsite build our walls, and we use the panel shield on the walls, right over the plywood. CDX plywood is what we use. So that takes care of our air barrier, water barrier, vapor control layer. The beauty of that too is we tie it all in with it's kind of hard to see, but this is a liquid applied flashing that is around the opening, and we have some Proseco on here. You'll see as I come inside, I see the light flowing in.
Your signal is a little delayed for a second.
Go back inside where we can see
see
your lovely face, and you can tell us all the great details.
We're talking about the continuity on the CDX plywood with the membrane, and then there was a liquid applied that connected to the high performance door frame.
Yeah, and so that, if you guys can hear me, this right here, the black liquid applied, this is a Vapor Shield product. It's called Vapro Liquiflash. And so since we used the air dam on this Zola door, that white right here is our air barrier. We do it on all the sides, on the top, and then we even do it down here at the bottom of the door. So all 4 sides are sealed up, and that takes care of getting a continuous air barrier around this envelope.
What is the perm rating of that liquid flash?
The liquid flash, I'd have to look back on it. Don't hold me on this. Maybe it's 20.
Okay. And that's on top of a 2x stock, right? Which is perfect. Okay.
Yeah. It's nice and seamless. It's easy. We've got a product too that we're probably going to test out here soon on this arched window that we covered up top, because at any arches, they had to send it out to get custom bent and the glass. So it's a big delay, but we're going to try out this product that we got from World Class Supply. It's this compressed air barrier and water barrier sealant, and then we'll put it around the frame, and then that thing will expand in the opening. and we won't even have to caulk at all, which would be pretty exciting for us to do here.
So you dry fit the window, right? Cross check that your RO and everything, because it's complex, right? It's got an arch. It's not just a horizontal, vertical standard axis. So you dry fit that. After that, you put on that product, and while you're getting the window into place, that will be set, and then that perimeter goes and it grows out to fit, sealing it in like a Volvo on a German highway, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So they got two different products. So one of them can be exposed to the outside, so it could serve as the outside part as your water barrier. The inside part could be your air barrier. You're done.
That's great.
And slick details are showing there, Sy, again, from going concrete to a tape to the membrane, all the way wrapping around. And then when you come to the windows, you know, different sealants to connect to the interior side of the windows and doors. It's pretty slick what you guys did there. I mean, again, you know, we talk about those numbers. Those are not easy numbers to get to, but when you have the right details and you pull it together, and then when you guys use the air barrier product, the air seal, you're able to just dial it down. Now, how long did you guys have to run the machine to go from 1 to 0.44?
It took us probably 2 hours, because when you get that low, the fan, you have to keep changing the ring size to a smaller ring size.
Gotcha.
And so it's a little longer to get, you know, because there's less cracks to go through. It takes a little longer. It's about a couple hours.
I could tell you though, like, so that was 1.1, did you say, at the onset?
1.18.
So 1.18, and 2 hours later, it was 0.4 something.
0.44.
Right. So
incredible.
that's actually a very fast 2 hours, because
Yeah.
you know, potentially your night could have been a little bit longer, and or you might have gone home and be like, I can't find that thing, right? I'm adding up all the pins, I'm adding up all the dots. It's not like there's dime-sized holes.
Exactly. Yeah. Really cool. We noticed is that our prefab walls that we did off site performed phenomenally. The control layer that we put on in the shop had no movement in it, but we had a couple get destroyed in our installation because of a machine falling and things like that. So we had to rebuild a couple, and you could see the membrane blowing out when we had this thing as we were sealing, and we had the blower door on there. It's just a clear example of how much quality you get on offsite.
Also, that 0.4 is based on the house being pressurized, right? You haven't run a depressurization test. So typically the European window systems that you put in, when you depressurize the house, they're even getting a little bit tighter potentially, right, than pressurized. So in fact, your number has a chance to scoosh in a little bit.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. I mean, I posted on Instagram. I said we're going to call the mercy rule because it's late. You know, we all been working late, and I was like, all right, we could stop at 0.44 or whatever, and let's just wrap it and go home and, you know, call it a day.
Hey,
The
well,
team that's with you, Sy, have they seen these kind of tests, and do they know what getting a sub 6, a sub 1, right, a sub 5, do they know how like exciting that is, and do they understand their hard work really paid off?
Oh yeah, very much so. We have a group of some new fellas with us on the team, and I bring the experienced ones with us, has been here with us for at least 10 years, and they all get excited about it. It's just a whole different goal and achievement that they all know that they're doing on their own. Because when I'm asking some of the crew, like, hey, let's get up there, you know, this part of the overhang of the roof is letting air in from, say, the garage area and unconditioned space to the conditioned space. Cut a triangle, you know, see if you could fit it there between the rafter and, you know, the overhang, and then let's seal it up, because that's going to be an issue. So it takes, like, you know, an hour or so to do, or two, to do that. And then after they do it, then they see the results. We're like, wow. And then we start watching the number. We're just watching it go down and watching it go down. And we're like, hey, should we stop? No, let's keep going. See how far we can go. See how far we can go, you know? So it's pretty exciting for everyone.
Great stuff. And again, you know, the framing details behind you. I mean, this is a beautiful home. The clients are loving it. You know, they've expressed an interest in high performance and their doctor. So again, this is going to be lovely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are something kind of common in Houston. These little groins and yeah, those ceilings. You're right. You don't see it up in the Midwest or up north. Do you? Have you all seen that?
Well, that's like an oval inset tray ceiling right there in the one you were just behind you, and then geez, that's nice.
Yeah, you don't see them on contemporary builds. I see them in a lot of older homes. You know, they went through the time and effort to put those details in, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah,
those carpenters are going to be staring down the rockers and drywallers like, hey, look at that.
Holy,
look at that. That one's 14 foot up, I think.
Wow.
So, our piece going there. It's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, you know what's interesting, y'all? Remember how we saw these Simpson H2.5 clips?
Yes.
You know, we have her up top, right?
Yep.
Remember when we saw it down here?
Yeah.
So we hired a bunch of framers and guys to work in our crew. Well, I talked to our structural engineer on another project down in Memorial, Houston. And I was like, had some new guys. They threw them in here at the bottom base of the wall. Is this legitimate? I mean, is this something that could work? And they're like, heck yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll leave them.
Okay.
Something we learned.
Yeah.
We should get the spec on that and explore it, because you know that was a learning lesson, right? We're walking the site, found out the framer went ahead and picked these up, went ahead and installed them, right? To help out the project. And Shaun and I were like, what is that? So it's exploratory, right? Be local. Sy, this has been a great visit. Keep coming with those videos. We all love a good framing detail. We all love continuity, and we all love a crew that brings down their air tightness level right to this 0.44. Joe, you want to wrap up this discussion today on high performance build, and then Sy, you take us out.
I'm gonna tip my hat to you. I mean, most people stop at 1.18, pat themselves on the back, and they call it a day. Then to get it down to 0.44 is outstanding. And I'm gonna say the teaser is gonna be what kind of ventilation system you have in that. So that'll be for our next conversation, because man, that place is tight enough you'll slam the doors and flush toilets. So it's gonna need a high performance ventilation system. Great. Lead us outside.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here. Hopefully you guys will get to see next steps on Offsite Dirt. I'm Sy Safi with Uber Green Spaces. Y'all take care.